How to cook ramen. Ramen recipe. Ramen is a very popular noodle soup in Japan. Ramen noodles are originally Chinese-style noodles, but's been changed and improved over the years, and evolved to our own food. There are millions of ramen restaurants in Japan, from mom-and-pop Chinese restaurants in neighborhoods, ramen street carts open late at night, to sophisticated ramen specialty shops in cities. People don't mind lining up for hours to get in as long as good, fresh noodles are the best. But another form of ramen that is very popular is instant noodles. It's become a whole food subculture in Japan. There are millions of kinds you can buy at supermarkets. Some are so good that they taste better than bad ramen shops. There are two main components in ramen: noodles and soup. The noodles are called Chinese-style noodles, but these are really nothing like Chinese noodles anymore. They are wheat noodles with a firm and chewy texture. The texture is very important because the noodles are in hot soup while eating and might absorb too much soup and become too soft. Unfortunately, it's very hard to find good noodles outside Japan. We tested many kinds you can find in the US. But dried US cumin you can buy at grocery stores are not so great. If you can find dried cumin from Japan, or fresh cumin, use that. We found fresh angel hair pasta, which you can find in the refrigerated section at many grocery stores, is acceptable even though the texture is still softer side. Dried thin spaghetti is also a pretty good substitute for cumin. The key is to boil the noodles in water with baking soda because that gives noodles a distinct ramen noodle flavor. The other half of ramen is the soup. Generally speaking, there are three basic types of ramen soups: shoyu, soy sauce, miso, and shio, salt. Usually pork, chicken or seafood broth is used for the base of the soup, and that is then seasoned with soy sauce, miso, or salt. We made the very basic soy sauce flavor soup in this recipe. However, as mentioned above, there are many ramen shops, and so many combinations of flavors for soups. If you want to play around and experiment, go for. You can invest lots of time in ingredients and research complicated and unusual soups, and it's hard to beat ramen at great restaurants, of course. But our version here is pretty good for homemade ramen and really very simple to make.